Take 3.
Well, his time is up. It starts right now because it's the John Cena Retirement Tour and the greatest night of the year, the Royal Rumble. I got my buddy Eric back. You may remember him from our Ready to Rumble episode.
Probably
but
not.
I said, Eric, the John Cena Retirement Tour has started. We got the Rumble coming up. We need to review a John Cena movie. Now, some people might go to his recent stuff. Some people might go to the Marine. But I said, no, we need to do 12 rounds with John Cena. We have thoughts. And also, we will be giving our top 5 John Cena roles. What do you think is the best? We'll tell you ours. Guys, we are toasting with a wonderful little Pepsi because Pepsi, very good. And it makes me feel like Rumble. I feel like I don't drink a lot of Pepsi until me and my boy get together. We watch some WWE. What do you think?
It's because of Phil Brooks.
Phil Brooks?
Yeah,
Mr.
absolutely. Punk? He's straight edge and better than you. Has a Pepsi tattoo.
This is true.
This is why I've always been a Pepsi guy, and Coke isn't good. So,
well, before The Miz starred in the later Marines, and before Chelsea Green was our first ever United States champion.
That's fair.
There was a former United States champion who starred in 12 rounds.
I'm actually impressed with how good that segue was.
Thank you. That one I did work on, unlike the multiple failed attempts at the intro, which we will not be discussing because I got it first try. Y'all saw it yourself. But Rennie Harlan, okay, this director, I'm actually very familiar with his work. He did Nightmare on Elm Street 4. That was the one after Dream Warriors that had Tuesday night.
Mm-hmm.
He did Deep Blue Sea.
Oh, God.
Love that movie. And he's currently has The Strangers Chapter 1, 2, and 3. The first one came out. Second one's coming out. And that has, I think it's Madeline Pesh from Riverdale. Cheryl Blossom.
Oh, yeah, redhead. Okay.
Yeah. And so I'm a fan of him. But we got John Cena as Danny Fisher. Exactly. Eric, what do you think about Danny Fisher?
I think he's John Cena in a movie.
Yeah. I'll tell you this. Thank God for whatever acting coach John got with, because it's literally John Cena in a police uniform and then later in his civilian clothes that you might see him in on the way to the arena.
Yeah, no, I mean, I literally was like, okay, this was an hour and 47 minutes of John Cena playing a cop. And I mean,
he made it to detective.
He did make it to detective.
Apparently, if you're a cop and you catch a wanted criminal, they instantly make you a detective.
Literally the next day. He said literally the next day he was a detective. And I'm like, bro, like, that's insane to me. Like, was there not a test you had to take? It's just, oh, dope. Okay, you caught a wanted criminal. Here you go.
Yeah.
Here's your detective badge. And it's like,
where's my detective badge? I'm currently catching a wanted criminal. I've had a wanted criminal arrested at the bank before. Where's my detective badge? This is what I want to know. If it's this easy.
But you're not a cop first.
See, I should have applied.
You got to be a cop first, and then you can get it.
But hey, we also got Brian White as Hank Carver, his buddy. We got his girl, Ashley Scott, as Molly. We got Aidan Gillen as Miles Jackson. You might know him as Littlefinger in the Game of Thrones. He plays a villain in this one. He does things.
Was that where I'm?
Yeah.
I recognized. I haven't watched a lot of Game of Thrones because it looks boring.
It's great. Very good show. I'm telling you, man, very good show.
They killed my favorite character in the first season, and I was
they kill everyone's favorite character.
I mean, fair. But I was like, the dude looked familiar, and I guess that's where I recognized him.
Lord Littlefinger. Well, I mean, he has the nice clean cut in Game of Thrones. He's got the shaggy hair. He's almost 20 years younger in this.
Shit.
Yeah.
I mean, shoot.
This was 2009, for those that don't know. Hey, don't forget, we got Shorty the Pug, played by George the Pug, and the director wanted it to be known George the Pug was not there when the explosions occurred, and he was also not near the smoke or flames during the scene.
Good for the director.
Good for the director, making that known.
Pugs aren't in danger.
Can we just talk about, I don't know where to start. Let's just start at the beginning.
It's usually a good place to start.
Bad this opening scene is, and her death scene. Oof.
When they could have probably cut the zoom in on her dead face to show a mannequin.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, bro, this is the worst special effect I've ever seen, because you can literally look at it and tell that it's plastic. And then the blood just starts like dripping off.
It was it's rough, man.
I didn't understand. I mean, like, I know it's WWE Studios and they're using their money elsewhere. But
I did pop though, because I was like, oh, I haven't seen the WWE Studios in a while. Because, you know, this is around Marine, See No Evil.
Hey, See No Evil was a bop.
The Chaperone. You know,
I never saw that one.
Oofta. Triple H. Oofta. Hey, Hall of Fame. Good job, Hunter. Good job. But, and the opening also shows something that is very evident with this film. That is, everything is convenient. Oh, I conveniently happened to pull up at a red light and I see this girl, and oh, I saw her photos. Like, I know she's an associate of Miles. Like, everything in this movie is very convenient.
I mean, yeah, how else are you going to have a plot if everything doesn't just absolutely magically fit together?
And then we get the FBI involved, and the FBI agents hate each other, but they travel together.
Yeah.
And they kill our man Willie. They do our man Willie bad. OG bloodline Willie. Jesus Christ. He could have started the bloodline.
Look, he had a wife and kids, man. He can't die.
He literally had a wife and kids.
And he still died.
Or
did he?
I don't know. I don't know if he was in the sequel. You know, this movie did spawn 2 sequels with Randy Orton and Dean Ambrose. And I have never even seen the third one.
Well, you need to watch it.
Oh, no.
I haven't seen it either. I'm just saying you need to watch it.
I do. I feel like we need to watch it. Let me tell y'all. So, as somebody who's like film scenes, one thing I loved, I don't know if you caught this, but I caught it. I had to rewind it because I was laughing so hard. The scene where Miles is on the trolley and he's eating ice cream. When he throws his ice cream out the
lady
window,
turned around and looks at her like, what?
She's like, where'd that ice cream go? That old lady extra is my hero, because she just was like,
and the look on her face too was like, this little motherfucker.
She's like, how dare you? You threw that ice cream onto the street?
I mean, it's not like New Orleans is known for being clean, but
yeah, but even then, 09 was that?
That was post Katrina.
Oof, man.
Because they even make a reference to Katrina in the movie.
Yeah, they do.
When they're looking at the neighborhood where they originally pulled Erica over.
Yeah.
And I think it was Cena that goes, no, this has got to be coordinates because this is post Katrina.
Oof.
And he's like, it's today's date.
Oof.
Because Hank is the greatest 2 in history.
Man, let me tell you, God bless Hank for everything he had to do to help scenes with John Cena in this movie.
Yeah.
Like, you could tell no matter what you say about Hank, he at least was an actor. Whereas John at this time, you know, because that's like just a few years past the prototype, like 6 years?
Yeah, something like that.
After prototype, you know, he's John Cena. This movie is bad, but
it's so bad it's good.
Yeah, it's bad in a good way, where like looking back, you're like, man, you have really come a long way.
I hated this movie so much more as a kid than I did as an adult.
Yeah.
I don't know what that says about me.
It says that as a kid, you're like, this is a bad movie.
But like, I was in love with Cena as a kid. So like, shouldn't I have loved it more?
No, because as an adult, you can... I'm telling y'all, I've said this before on the podcast, nostalgia can do so much to you where you're like, look at John Cena.
I mean, I guess, but because I like laid down with my dog and I was like, are you ready to watch 2 hours of a shitty Cena movie? And my dog passed out because, I mean, I don't blame him, but I was like invested in the whole movie. I was laughing at it. Like there was parts where I was like, "Huh, that's kind of funny."
I was trying to remember what the rounds were because I was like, I couldn't remember what each round was.
So like the first round was the house exploding
Mm-hmm.
and the poor plumber getting killed.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
He was really looking forward to those pork chops.
He was really looking forward to them. And then he just hands the dog off.
Yeah.
It's like, hold this dog.
We never saw the dog and Cena and the blonde girl. I can't even remember her name.
Molly.
That's right. We never see them reunite with the dog. So I think that his neighbors stole the dog.
Mm-hmm. So Shorty got dog now.
Which I mean, I would feel more comfortable with that because your parents just made a house go boom.
I mean, bad plumbing, house go boom, people getting kidnapped, multiple bombs. Like that's not a stable household.
So that was round 1. Round 2 was
he took Molly.
Well, yeah, he took Molly, but I thought that was all part of like the plan.
No, I'm pretty sure round 1 was house. Round 2 was Molly because round 3 was he had to get somewhere.
The fire department.
Mm-hmm.
And they had to answer the phone that was conveniently placed at the phone company next door to the fire department.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then round 4 was...
It's a lot of rounds.
Yeah. The only one that I really remember is the trolley cart. Yeah. Which was dope. I actually kind of really... Yeah. I kind of actually...
Practical effects, man. Practical effects make a difference.
The elevator, the old school elevator where Willie just
gone but not forgotten.
I mean,
maybe his wife and kids should get the pug.
There's not a lot that people could forget because that was probably a lot of cleanup. Because Willie wasn't a tiny little guy.
Oof.
And then was round 3 the bank?
No, because bank was post
fire department. So maybe fire department was 3. 4 was the bank. 5 was the hotel. And then it goes from there.
Yeah. And then
6 was the bus scene. I feel like the bus scene I liked a lot too.
The bus scene was very good.
Where she had the bomb strapped to her chest.
And he like slowly pulls down her hoodie. It's like, oh, it's a bomb. There's good in this. Look, Rennie Harlan, like I said, he's done like they're cheesy movies, but he put some fun in there.
I liked Nightmare on Elm Street 4 because 3 was Dream Warriors.
Yeah.
And then 4 was that was where Heather Langenkamp came back, right? And then no, Dream Warriors was where Heather Langenkamp came back. 4 was after they all leave the mental facility.
Yeah, because they replace
oh God, what was her name?
Lead chick. I know. I'm blanking on it
my
too.
God, I've watched these movies 847,000 times. Oh my, it's on the tip of my tongue.
I know. Yeah, you're right. Heather Langenkamp came back in 3, and it was Patricia Arquette,
and she was oh God, what was her effing name? Kristen. Yes,
and they're replaced with Tuesday Night.
Yeah,
who does the intro song?
Yeah,
which is a banger, by the way.
I could just go on about Nightmare on Elm Street. That's my favorite horror franchise.
Kind of funny. We're talking about wrestling, and Patricia Arquette. David Arquette's done some wrestling.
He sure has.
He's done it.
He sure has.
We've seen it. He got a micro brawler. For those that understand that reference,
he won a world championship too.
That is true. Hey, David Arquette. We brought him up in both episodes because we took Ready to Rumble last time. Bear, here's the big thing. Okay, we've told our feelings through the rounds. What would you put on a scale of 1 to 5? Where would you rate 12 rounds with John Cena?
As a movie, as a whole?
As a whole. Now, you can rate this on whatever criteria you want. I mean, I'm not going to hold anything against you.
Would I watch it again? Probably not.
Fair.
Was it enjoyable to watch at the time? Sure.
Okay.
Was the movie good? No.
Fair.
Out of 5, I'd probably give it like a 2.
A 2? Okay.
I mean, it wasn't like I said, it's not something that I'll revisit. I don't think. I'd surely hope I don't revisit it.
You're gonna be like, hold on, I need to watch this and write down the rounds.
12 rounds.
I need to write down the rounds.
Apparently. But it was fine. I didn't hate it.
So I
expected to.
I was conflicted because I'm like, this movie is so bad.
But it's so bad it actually kind of entertains you.
Yeah, it entertains you, but I feel like the middle is great. I feel like the opening
was terrible.
And the ending
was terrible.
But
because I have questions. How does this girl know how to fly a plane?
I was wondering that same thing. I was like,
she is a nurse. How does she know how to fly a plane?
Unless I missed something.
No.
They never once even said dialogue like where she's like a medevac or something. She just, it's like, no, you're coming with me because I need a pilot.
And then I'm just like, where did she learn how to pilot?
Nope. Like, you know, he gets out of prison very easily too, by the way.
Like, and they didn't really even expand on how, they had a prison break.
Yeah.
And he was the only one that didn't get caught. I'm like, okay, well, how did the prison break start? And how was he the only one that didn't get caught? And I need info.
The person who helped him has died.
Yeah.
Oh, that's convenient.
How fucking convenient. And then can we just talk about the FBI agent? Oh. Like, I don't know how to distinguish them because they never had names, I don't think.
I know you're talking about the angrier of the two.
Yeah.
He's been in a lot of stuff.
He was very distracting as a character. Because
because other ones like your more generic
FBI guy, like he's trying to,
but this guy's like
he's trying to get everything right. Like he wants to buy the book, and then the second guy is just like, let John Cena do what John Cena wants to do. Like the more he's distracted with this guy, the more that we can catch him. And I'm like,
Steve Harris as George Aiken.
Okay, I do. Yeah. Okay, Aiken I do remember.
Yeah, he's been in tons of stuff.
Okay, so Aiken was the angry one.
Aiken was the angry one,
and the other one made me laugh when when on the trolley cart scene at the very end of it, after he had been on the phone with, I guess, City Hall trying to cut the trolley car power.
Yeah,
City Hall, yeah, whatever. And then Cena drives the cop car into a power bank and kills the power to the city. And then he's just like, that sounds like a great idea. And he looks at Cena and just deadpans and goes, they're going to cut the power. And I don't know why I thought that was so funny, but it popped me a little bit.
No, that guy was funny. I'm sorry, I don't have his name. He's not as easy to look up.
Generic FBI guy number one.
But he was very funny. And like I said, these two FBI guys hated each other.
They were not.
Because Aiken was just very angry. And the other one's like, what do you do the whole time? Because I haven't watched this, I think, since theaters, which, funny enough, when I saw it in theaters, I saw it at the old Dollar Theater by Peachtree.
Oh, good Lord.
And the theater caught on fire. Like the freaking because they were still using like reels and the reel caught on fire. And that was the last time I watched this, so I couldn't remember. And the whole time I'm like, this FBI agent's dirty. I was like, surely he's not just stupid. Surely he's dirty. But no, he's dumb. And this movie's dumb, but like Eric said, there's some enjoyment. I'm going to give it a nice, 2.6.
Okay, so not too far off.
I can't go quite to a 3 because there's too much bad that drags it down.
Yeah.
But I had a good time. And you will too if you watch.
I had a time.
12 rounds. He had a time.
I had a time.
Facts. But, like we said, John Cena's gotten a lot better since this movie. Hey, compared to that movie. Come on, give the man some credit. Give him some credit. He's gotten better. So, we're going to give you our top 5 John Cena roles. Eric, would you start us off?
I mean, I'm going to be completely honest with you.
Oh, no.
This is probably the only John Cena movie I've ever seen.
Oh, no!
But I mean, I'm going to assume based off of things that he's done, that's not true because he was an extra in Ready to Rumble. So
really?
I've seen.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's one of the guys in the gym in Ready to Rumble.
Oh, there you go. We got John Cena in both movies.
Oh God. So I mean, I guess like this would be one of them. Unfortunately, The Marine probably would be one of them because I mean that was a solid movie. I've seen two. I assume that he's really good at Peacemaker because I hear people talking all kinds of stuff about Peacemaker. He's in the Fast and the Furious movies.
Jacob.
So we'll put that
he's
in
part
there.
of the family.
Uh-oh. Okay, there we go. Oh. And then I feel like his number one role in history of the world is as John Cena in WWE because that is his perfect role.
That is his perfect role.
Honestly, there has never been a company man in WWE as good as John Cena.
That's true.
And as like, I guess he's done That Don't Work For Me Brothers here and there, but as a person in general, I think he's probably a better person than any of the other faces of the company. Like, he never had a domestic against him, Austin. He's never come out as a racist, Hogan. Like, I mean, Brett was the face of the company, and Brett was a good dude. Shawn had a coke problem. Triple H buried people.
Hey, it's hard at the top. That's what they say.
Apparently. But yeah, no, I think his best role that he's ever done is WWE Superstar.
Hey, that's a good one. And, like we're saying, this Saturday, it's weird to say Saturday.
Oh, I'm so used to it now.
For a PLE, not pay-per-view.
Nope.
The last time is now. But you know what? I'm the movie man.
Okay.
Eric's the wrestling man. I'm the movie man. So I do have what I would consider his 5 best works of art, shall we say? Works of art, shall we say? So number 5, I had to throw out Rocksteady.
Oh, the voice
in the animated Ninja Turtle Mutant Mayhem because, it's a funny voice. I love Ninja Turtles. Sheamus, also.
I was about to say, that's the second wrestler as Rocksteady.
We just got to keep the train going. I don't know who will be next. Number 4, this was a very small role, but it was very funny. It's Steven from Trainwreck.
Okay. Oh, Ricky Stenicki. I liked Ricky Stenicki. I know not a lot of people liked that, but that was a really funny movie.
That was in Trey and Spencer's top 10 of the year, and it was in my worst of the year.
Oh, well.
I'm not too much a comedy guy, though.
Oh, okay.
That's another thing.
I really liked that
I appreciate movie. John. I just didn't like the movie.
I thought it was great. I actually really liked Efron in it, too.
But
anyways,
Steven is Trainwreck.
Okay.
He gets in a verbal altercation in a movie theater, and they call him. They say, "Shut up, Mark Wahlberg," and John Cena flips his head. He said, "Man, who you calling Mark Wahlberg?" It's stupid, but to me, it was very funny because it was John Cena. Okay. That's when he was starting to understand. Okay, I need to do comedy because he's got the time in. He's got the charming persona,
and he can improv pretty well.
And number 3 is Mitchell from Blockers. So in this one, he plays one of 3 parents who their children on prom night are going to have sex for the first time.
I remember a trailer.
And he, at all costs, is going to stop his daughter from having sex on prom night. And at one point, he butt chugs a beer and the cops show up and he has to run away with the funnel still in his butt and his pants between his legs. Yeah. Great times. And number 2, and I've sent this to Eric before because I watch this on a weekly basis. Just his scene. It is Gustav from Tour de Pharmacy. There's something about John Cena screaming and cursing in this really bad German accent that pops me every time.
It's fair.
I just was at Moxie Games this morning and showed them the clip. I was like, I'm talking about John Cena tonight. You know what his best role is? Boom. He's going to go incredibly fast because the race starts now. It's great. Look it up. Gustav from Tour de Pharmacy. Just put Gustav can't ride fast in YouTube. That's all you need to see. The movie's funny, but that scene to me is hysterical. But number 1 has to be Christopher Smith as Peacemaker.
Okay.
What he did with, the Suicide Squad with James Gunn and then getting his own show, and he has this whole choreographed dance. And the show, it took me, I watched the first episode and I was like, I'm not about it. And then I gave it some time. I rewatched it going into it, and okay, this show is just profanity, stupid humor. And once you know that going into it, you're going to have a great time. Because he's funny, man. The lines, there's a scene, speaking of improv, where he was talking about people they could have arrested instead of his father. And he improved, like on the spot, like 70 names. And no one knew what he was going to say. They just had to react to him. And he's like, the Autobots, Megatron, the Blue Powerpuff Girl. Like he just kept naming things.
Okay, that's kind of
Stacy and her mom. Like, great scene. So
that's kind of
Christopher
funny.
Smith, Peacemaker, had to be number one.
Fair point.
But Eric, we're getting out of here. You know, we're keeping this nice. We just want to get in here, show some love to John since he is retiring. Starting, you know, the tour starts this Saturday.
It already technically started on Netflix.
But until he steps foot
in a ring to wrestle.
To me, the store, it hasn't started. But
I do actually have a little Easter egg, and I don't know if you caught this at the movie or not.
Oh.
So after they jump out of the plane and land in the water.
Correct.
You know, there's a couple that's in the background or whatever when they're walking away, and he's like, damn planes or whatever he said. Do you know what song is playing?
Mm-mm.
Mark Henry's Get Sexual, Baby.
No.
Yep. I listened to it. God. Like, I was at the end of it, I was like, I know this song. Why do I know this song? I was like, is that Mark Henry's theme music?
Sexual Chocolate theme?
Yeah. I was like, there's no way that's Mark Henry's theme music. And I actually waited through the credits to see it, and it was Mark Henry's theme song. And I was like,
my God.
Dope.
Okay. I'm gonna be looking this up. But Eric, if I had to put you on the spot right now, since this will post before the Rumble, who would you say is your male pick and female pick to win the Rumble?
So the female pick is interesting because I don't really know what we're doing in terms of WrestleMania for the women. Usually by now I've kind of got an idea of where we're going. I'm gonna assume it's probably
tough.
Charlotte Flair.
Okay, so Charlotte Flair. So
face Tiffy at Mania.
Face Tiffy, okay, because she's faced Rhea twice.
Yep.
And then, you know, Tiffy is kind of like the new Charlotte Flair, you know, in a way, just because she's this very athletic blonde, you know, who's taken the top spotlight.
Yep.
So what about the male, though? Because we got Gunther and we got Cody as the current champs. Uh-oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the 2025 Men's Royal Rumble is none other than CM Punk.
Oh. Thank you for not actually mic dropping. I appreciate that.
Because he is the voice of the voiceless.
Oh, God.
He is your straight edge superstar, and he is the best damn thing in WWE. Screw you, Seth Rollins.
Whoa.
Screw you, Drew McIntyre.
Whoa.
Screw you, Gunther.
Whoa.
Y'all can yeet all you want to, but the best in the world is coming to reclaim his World Heavyweight Championship. And that's not a prediction. That's a spoiler.
Oh, no. This is why I appreciate Eric, because he can full on cut into promos. This is why he's my hype man for wrestling. Okay, so you heard it here first. Charlotte Flair to face Tiffy specifically, and CM Punk to face Cody.
I mean, after
a little face of the company face off.
After Raw, like, I'm kind of here for that.
Hey.
There's like talk that Cody might turn into like a Homelander type heel, which I've never seen Homelander, so I don't really know what that means.
basically he knows he's better than everyone because like he's like evil Superman, and
is he like
he's very outward about how much better he is.
So is Peacemaker a guy who thinks he's a good guy but is actually a bad guy?
So,
or he's a good guy that does it for the wrong reasons?
So Peacemaker was more of, he was a bad guy pretending to be a good guy. Who?
Not Peacemaker. I think I meant to say Homelander.
Oh, Homelander. No, Homelander full on. He wanted to be loved. Think of like Superman, but like just like dirtbag. He just wanted to be loved. He needed the attention.
A monkey fell.
And then once everyone started hating him, he's like, I don't care. Because guess what? I'm better than you. I know I'm better than you. I could massacre 50,000 of you right now, and no one's going to challenge me because you can't challenge me because I'm untouchable.
But I'm forcing you to feel me.
Yeah. But then there's people that love him for that. They're like, yeah, hell yeah.
That was a John Cena reference. I don't think you caught it.
I did not catch it.
I'm untouchable, but I'm forcing you to feel me.
Oh, geez. Well, guess what? You won't be able to see us because end of the episode. Thank you, Eric, for being here. Thank you for sitting through all 12 of those rounds. I'm going to have to look up this Mark Henry thing.
Please do.
That is crazy.
It popped me. It popped me hard.
But if you want to follow us, you can check us out on TikTok and Instagram, A Toast to Film, all one word. You can check me out on Twitter at film_toast. You can check out Eric.
I don't want your follows.
Wow.
I don't need your follows.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow. Okay, so you cannot check out Eric. Hey, come WrestleMania, I'll find another bad wrestling movie for us to watch.
There's a lot of them.
There is quite a few. Hey, who knows? We could do See No Evil next.
Hey, I liked See No Evil. Screw you.
You didn't let me finish.
Oh, okay.
Because I was going to hit you with a See No Evil 2, that is.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a big disparity difference for those
Is Kane
that don't
even
know.
In that movie?
I think so.
I've never seen it.
It's bad. It's we could watch one of the 19 Marines. You know, that's an option.
With that trash bag actor, The Miz.
How dare you? That's it. We're ending this episode. Guys, we just hope you have a great night and great viewing.